All right, so today we are going to be learning about heat stroke, how to identify it, and how to treat it. All right, so who knows what heat stroke is? Okay, Kytin, what is heat stroke?
It's like when you get too hot and you can't cool it down.
Very good. All right, so heat stroke can happen in several ways. Does anybody have any ideas of how it can happen? All right, Laura, what is it?
If you stay out in the sun too long and you don't cool yourself down properly.
Yeah. All right, who else? Yeah, Kytin?
Like you don't wear sunscreen outside or you don't wear proper clothing.
Yeah, very good. So basically there's two ways that you can get heat stroke. Either you stay outside too long while doing physical activities and you're not taking proper breaks, or you're not wearing proper clothing, such as like a cap or light colored clothing or shorts and short sleeve shirts, or you get dehydrated. So you're not drinking enough water throughout the day, or you're sweating out more water than you are drinking in. Okay, so there's several different ways that we can identify heat stroke, and to do this, you each have a little piece of paper in front of you, and we're going to play a little game of charades. All right? So first up, Susan, why don't you come up?
Oh, I'm so mad. Oh, this is so annoying. I don't like getting you.
She seems aggressive.
Away.
Very good, Laura. So one of the symptoms is being very aggressive and having bizarre behavior. All right, Laura.
Loss of consciousness.
Yeah.
Very good. So that's another symptom of heat stroke. All right, Kyle, your turn.
Short
Short
breath.
breathings.
Very good. So short and shallow breathing. And Kytin?
I'm so hot.
He's hot. He's overheated.
Very good. So obviously high body temperature is one of the big symptoms. So other symptoms can also include very short and rapid pulse and also red skin. All right, so in review of what we've gone over so far, what are the 4 different kinds of symptoms that we've went over so far? Okay, Kytin, what is it?
That you get like aggressive.
Yeah, so that's one, aggressive.
I go on.
All right, Laura, what's another one?
You faint and you pass out or lose consciousness.
All right, what was the other one? Kyle?
Short breath.
Very good. All right, Susan, do you know what the last one is?
Aggression, faint, short breath, body heat temperature.
There we go. So very high body temperature. Okay, so now we're going to go into how to treat heat stroke. So there are 4 steps to treating heat stroke. The first thing you have to do when you meet or when you see somebody having heat stroke is to call EMS. So you're going to dial 911 on your phone. You're going to tell EMS you're going to tell them where you are, what's happening, and who you are. So the second thing that you have to do is to check your ABCs. So this means the airway, your breathing, and your circulation. So a good way to do this is to go up to them and to check if they're breathing. Usually if they're breathing, that means that their airway's okay. They're obviously breathing fine. And as for circulation, it's usually okay, unless if they're bleeding out. The third step is to put them in a shaded area. So shade. All right, so this means that you can put the person underneath a cool area, such as underneath a tree, or maybe underneath an umbrella. And the last thing is to cool them down in one way or another. So this might mean putting them in putting them in water, or giving them an ice pack. All right, so without looking at the board, what are the 4 steps to treating heat stroke? All right, Laura, what's the first step?
The first step to treating heat stroke is call EMS.
All right, what's the second stroke? All right, Kyle, what's the second stroke?
Check ABCs.
Yes, check your ABCs. And third?
Is to put them in shade.
All right, and lastly?
Cool them down.
Very good. All right, so can I get 2 volunteers? All right, Susan and Laura. All right. So the rest of the class, what we're going to do, we're going to act out a little situation where Laura has heat stroke. And Kyron and Kyle, we're going to name off the different things that we should do first of all. All right, so what's the first step that we said? All right, Kyle, what is it?
Call EMS.
All right, so here's a phone. So what should she say? Kyle.
Call 911 and say that they need the ambulance.
Very good, but more specifically, what should we tell them?
Tell them that
All
somebody
right, Kyron.
has heat stroke.
All right, what else? Susan,
Oh, tell them your location.
your location. And what's the last thing?
Who you are?
Who you are. Very good. Okay, so Susan's calling. She's telling them where we are, who she is,
Wait, who I am? Or who she is?
who they both are,
Okay.
and what's happening. All right, so the next step, what's the next step? Chiron,
You check their ABCs.
you check their ABCs. So you can go up and check if Laura's breathing. So is Laura breathing right now? Okay, so yes, she is breathing, so it means that her airway's open, she's breathing fine, and because she's not bleeding out, her circulation should be fine as well. All right, so third step, what should we do? All right, Kyla, what do we do with Laura?
Shade,
Shade, so where can we put her?
like under a tree or under an umbrella.
Very good. Okay, and the last step? Kyron, what's the last step?
Cool her down.
Okay, so what are the different ways that we can cool her down? All right, Kyron, what's one of the different ways?
Use ice pack.
Ice pack, very good. So we have an ice pack, and it usually works very well if you put them on the back of the neck or underneath the armpits. So if you want to put that, very good. All right, so Susan, what's another way that we can cool her down?
Well, we could wet this and then lay it on top of her to cool her down.
Very good. And what's another way? Kylock, what's another way?
That's also what you do if I die.
To give her water.
Very good. So you can pour water over her, or you can give her water to drink. And what's one last way that we can do it? Does anybody have any ideas?
I think this handy dandy fan.
Yeah, so you can always fan them. All right, very good. Thanks for your help. You can go back to your seats now. All right, so in review, what is heat stroke? All right, Kyron, what's heat stroke?
It's when you get so hot and you can't cool down.
All right, so what are some ways that heat stroke can happen? All right, Kyla.
Getting in the sun for too long.
All right, what else? Laura?
You don't wear enough sunscreen or protective gear.
Very good. All right, so can anybody name the symptoms of heat stroke? All right, Kyron, what are the symptoms?
Passing out.
All right, anybody else? All right, Laura?
You know, all red and hot and getting aggressive and angry. And
She just named them all.
I just named 2.
All right, Susan, do you know any other ones?
Wait, so she said hot and aggressive, and he said passing
Yeah.
out? Getting red.
Very
I said
good.
that.
All right, so, and lastly, what are the four steps to treating heat stroke? Kyla, what's the first step?
EMS.
All right, second step. Kyron?
Check ABC.
Very good. Third step. Laura?
Put them in shade.
Good. And last step. Kyla?
Cool them down.
Very good.